1. Q. What does control and coordination mean in animals? A. It is the process by which animals receive, process, and respond to stimuli. Second question. Which system in animals uses electrical impulses to transmit information? A. The nervous system. 3. Q. What are the specialized cells of the nervous system called? A. Neurons. Q. Which part of a neuron receives signals from other cells? A. Dendrite. Q. Which part of the neuron conducts impulses away from the cell body? A. Axon. 6th. Q. What is the gap between two neurons known as? A. Synapse. 7. Q. Where is an electrical impulse converted into a chemical signal? A. At the synapse. 8. Q. What is a reflex action? A. An automatic rapid response to a stimulus. 9. Q. Where are reflex arcs primarily formed? A. In the spinal cord. 10. Q. What type of muscle movement is voluntary? A. Movements under conscious control. 11th question. Which brain region is mainly responsible for thinking? A. The forebrain. 12th. Q. What function does the cerebellum serve? A. It maintains balance and coordinates movements. 13th question. Which part of the brain controls vital involuntary actions like heartbeat? A. The medulla. Hindbrain. 14. Q. What bony structure protects the brain? A. The skull. 15. Q. What fluid surrounds the brain to provide shock absorption? A. Cerebrospinal fluid. 16. Q. What is the role of sensory receptors in the body? A. To detect changes in the environment. 17th. Q. What is the main function of motor neurons? A. To carry impulses from the central nervous system to muscles. 18. Q. How do plants coordinate their responses without a nervous system? A. Through hormones and chemical signals. 19. Q. Which type of plant movement is independent of growth? A. The rapid movement of sensitive, touch-me-not, leaves. 20. Q. What is tropism in plants? A. Directional growth in response to a stimulus. 21st. Q. What does phototropism refer to? A. Growth in response to light. 22. Q. In phototropism, which side of a shoot grows faster? A. The shaded side. 23rd. Q. What is geotropism? A. Growth response to gravity. 24th. Q. How do roots exhibit geotropism? A. They grow downward. 25th. Q. How do shoots typically show geotropism? A. They grow upward. 26. Q. What does hydrotropism mean in plants? A. Growth toward water. 27th. Q. Define chemotropism in plants. A. Growth in response to a chemical stimulus. 28th question. Which plant hormone stimulates cell elongation? A. Auxin. 29th. Q. What effect does auxin have on plant shoots? A. It promotes cell elongation causing bending. 30. Q. Name a hormone that promotes stem growth in plants. A. Gibberellin. 31st. Q. Which hormone is responsible for promoting cell division in plants? A. Cytokinin. 32nd. Q. What plant hormone inhibits growth and causes wilting? A. Abscisic acid. 33rd. Q. What is the primary function of hormones in animals? A. To regulate various body functions. 34th. Q. Which gland secretes adrenaline? A. The adrenal gland. 35. Q. How does adrenaline affect the heart? A. It increases the heart rate. 36. Q. What hormone is produced by the pancreas to lower blood sugar? A. Insulin. 37th question. Which endocrine gland produces thyroxine? A. The thyroid gland. 38th. Q. What is the role of thyroxine in the body? A. It regulates metabolism. 39th. Q. Why is iodine important in our diet? A. It is needed for the synthesis of thyroid hormones. 40. Q. What condition may result from an iodine deficiency? A. Goitre. 41st question. Which hormone regulates growth in children? A. Growth hormone. 42nd. Q. What is the function of the pituitary gland? A. It secretes hormones that regulate various body processes. 43rd. Q. How does the hypothalamus contribute to hormonal control? A. It regulates the pituitary gland by releasing factors. 44th. Q. What is a feedback mechanism in hormonal regulation? A. A process where hormone levels regulate their own secretion. 45th question. Which method of coordination in animals uses chemical signals? A. Hormonal endocrine coordination. 46. Q. Besides reflex actions, what is a key role of the spinal cord? A. Transmitting sensory and motor signals between the brain and body. 47th question. How do nerve cells transmit information? A. By electrical impulses. 48th. Q. What is the primary function of the central nervous system? A. To integrate and coordinate body activities. 49th question. What are the two main components of the nervous system? A. The central and peripheral nervous systems. 50. Q. What are cranial nerves? A. Nerves that arise from the brain. 51st. Q. What are spinal nerves? A. Nerves that arise from the spinal cord. 52nd. Q. How do hormones help the body respond to stress? A. They prepare the body for fight or flight. 53rd. Q. Which hormone is released during a stressful situation? A. Adrenaline. 54th. Q. How does insulin affect blood sugar levels? A. It lowers blood sugar. 55th. Q. Where does the conversion from electrical to chemical signal occur in a neuron? A. At the axon terminal, synapse. 56th. Q. What does the cell body of a neuron contain? A. The nucleus and organelles for cell maintenance. 57th. Q. Which type of action occurs without conscious thought? A. Reflex action. 58th. Q. What is the main role of receptors in the nervous system? A. To detect stimuli from the environment. 59th. Q. How does the nervous system benefit an animal? A. By enabling rapid responses to environmental changes. 60. Q. What happens to taste when the nose is blocked? A. Taste perception is diminished. 61. Q. What triggers the release of neurotransmitters at a synapse? A. The arrival of an electrical impulse. 62nd. Q. What is the function of the dendritic tip in a neuron? A. It receives incoming signals. 63. Q. What causes a muscle cell to contract? A. Changes in the arrangement of contractile proteins. 64th. Q. Name the two main proteins involved in muscle contraction. A. Actin and myosin. 65. Q. What is the neuromuscular junction? A. The synapse between a nerve cell and a muscle cell. 66. Q. How do muscle cells receive signals from neurons? A. Through neuromuscular junctions. 67. Q. What is the difference between voluntary and involuntary actions? A. Voluntary actions are consciously controlled. Involuntary actions occur automatically. 68th question. Give an example of a reflex action. A. Pulling the hand away from a hot object. 69. Q. What is one key function of the medulla? A. Regulating heartbeat and breathing. 70th Q. Which brain structure is involved in maintaining balance? A. The cerebellum. 71st. Q. Which part of the forebrain processes visual information? A. The occipital lobe. 72. Q. What does the hypothalamus regulate? A. The release of hormones by the pituitary gland. 73. Q. In plant physiology, what does the term tropism mean? A. Directional growth in response to a stimulus. 74. Q. How can phototropism be demonstrated in plants? A. By observing a plant bend toward a light source. 75th. Q. How does a sensitive plant react to touch? A. Its leaves fold up or droop. 76. Q. What causes plant cells to change shape for movement? A. Alterations in water content. 77. Q. How do plant hormones travel to their target cells? A. By diffusion. 78. Q. Where is auxin primarily synthesized in plants? A. At the shoot tip. 79. Q. What happens to auxin when light is incident from one side? A. It accumulates on the shady side. 80. Q. How does the accumulation of auxin affect a plant shoot? A. It stimulates cell elongation, causing bending. 81. Q. What is the role of gibberellins in plants? A. They promote stem elongation. 82. Q. Which plant hormone is involved in cell division? A. Cytokinin. 83. Q. What effect does abscisic acid have on plants? A. It inhibits growth and may cause wilting. 84. Q. What is the main function of endocrine glands in animals? A. To secrete hormones directly into the blood. 85. Q. How is a hormone's effect initiated on a target cell? A. By binding to specific receptors on the cell surface. 86. Q. What happens if insulin is not secreted in proper amounts? A. Blood sugar levels rise, causing diabetes. 87. Q. What is the role of testosterone in males? A. It develops male secondary sexual characteristics. 88. Q. What is the function of estrogen in females? A. It regulates reproductive functions. 89. Q. Which gland produces progesterone in females? A. The ovaries. 90. Q. What role does the pineal gland play? A. It helps regulate sleep patterns. 91. Q. What is the function of the thymus in the endocrine system? A. It is involved in immune system regulation. 92. Q. How are hormone levels maintained in the body? A. Through feedback mechanisms. 93rd question. Which system is responsible for rapid responses to stimuli? A. The nervous system. 94. Q. Which system controls slower, long-term responses? A. The endocrine system. 95. Q. What is the role of chemical signals in plant coordination? A. They regulate growth and response to stimuli. 96. Q. What advantage does hormonal communication have over electrical impulses? A. It can reach all cells, not just those connected by nerves. 97. Q. How does the pituitary gland contribute to growth regulation? A. It secretes growth hormone. 98. Q. What role do muscle proteins play during contraction? A. They rearrange to shorten the muscle cell. 99. Q. Why is the synapse important in neuronal communication? A. It enables signal transmission between neurons. 100. Q. What are the two primary methods of control and coordination in organisms? A. Electrical impulses via the nervous system and chemical signals via hormones.